Weeknights, 10 p.m. Eastern, late night news. We talk about the hot crypto news, the drama, the spiciness. Myself, Alexander, I'm joined here with Erica.
Hey,
Erica, are you ready for the late night news? Let's just jump right in.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, excellent. So, market right now is kind of like I looked at my phone and I'm like, oh, like the Roblox death effect, like the sound
Yeah.
effect, like a little bit of that. Tough on these streets.
Yeah.
And that's what we're gonna start with. So I know it's tough, guys, seeing the red, but the thing is that that's also a great opportunity, in my opinion, for making gains. And
Mhm.
it's just like Warren Buffett says, when there's blood on the streets, it's opportunities to be seized. So let's jump on CoinMarketCap, and we can see there. Is that pulled up on the Stream America? You can see that.
Yep, I can see it. Thank you.
Perfect. So, global crypto market cap, it's been going a little bit down. It's about to break 1 trillion. Not too long ago, we were 1.1. Bitcoin's been dancing with 21K. Good buying opportunities, in my opinion. Again, not financial advice. What do you think about the market, Erica? And any coins or anything you're particularly looking for like buying or anything like that?
Lately I've been playing it safe, to be honest with you, just from all like the attacks with DeFi and all that. So I
Fair
pretty much
enough.
play it safe. I was looking through Twitter just like a moment ago, and I saw that Bitcoin crash is trending.
Of
So
course.
Bitcoin is dead again for like the 424th time.
For the
So
millionth
yeah, or
time.
420th for all you people out there. But yeah, so it's just kind of funny, like all the FUD. It's anytime it goes up, there's typically a healthy retracement. So I kind of expected it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? It's definitely got my interest. I was taking a look. I'm like, "Oh, 21K, or is this another 20K kind of like dip that we saw?" I think that was in late June. And so I think Bitcoin really is alluring to me. But
Mhm.
I'm same with you, like I'm definitely being extremely cautious because even though it's like, well, if this can happen, what next? It can go in any direction.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So I want to put a, quick spotlight on what's going on with a Futurist. So guys, Futurist was amazing. Blockchain Futurist conference that was in Toronto, Ontario. Rebel. So kind of by the pier, great view of CN Tower and kind of the water there. We are doing tons of interviews. We did a ton of them, and you're gonna see a couple of these going out every day. And today we had an interview, Akil, with Fred, who is the founder at 3IQ, one of many founders and innovative like geniuses that are just showcasing their project. You guys can see this, and we're the only ones that are getting on the floor doing these interviews with the founders and letting
Mhm.
you guys know about these inside scoops. A lot of these projects aren't even like fully launched, they're kind of in incubation stage. So it's a great opportunity for you guys to take a look at quality projects and do your own research, of course. Like with 3IQ, they have their white paper. They're doing like
Mhm.
institutional grade investments for people. And another example of that, we're going to jump on another one, which is the second interview today, which is not showing up for me. There we go. So this was interesting. Larry O'Brien, I don't even know because, like, yeah, I'm Canadian. I live in Canada. It's like a 1 hour drive for me from Toronto, but like, I don't even know that this didn't know this former mayor of Ottawa was into blockchain and co-founder, and he's creating like transparency for like
Mhm.
direct democracy and liberation, and making sure that like voting has integrity, and you can see it, and it's kind of like tackling that problem, tackling the
Mhm.
problem of voting and democracy. And this guy's Canadian, and he's been deep into DeFi and whatnot, so very refreshing. One of many interviews. We did a interview with just like tons of great projects. I mean, I don't even want to like single one out, but just to show
Yeah,
you guys, for sure.
absolutely.
Um, and
Yeah, you
I'm
guys did a
excited.
great job out there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, shout out to Akil. He did tons of interviews. You'll see
Mhm.
a few more by myself, by Ross. And many of these were just like projects that we felt are bringing so much value, and we want the community to check it out. So the full interviews are on YouTube, of course, but we're gonna post more of these teasers so you guys can get a quick little idea, and where you can find more about the project. And ultimately at G Media, we're gonna have presence. We're gonna have media presence at these events. So if you guys have a project that you want to increase for Gokhshtein Media, we have people running after Vitalik Buterin, finding him. Like I told TJ, James Bond. That was some James Bond action. And the last thing, and I'll hand it off to you, Eric, after this, is just a big shout out to, of course, many of our creators, but this was on our hands regarding Alan. So Alan, one of our highly skilled writers, covering the latest in the crypto space. Be sure to check out one of the amazing articles over at GokhshteinMedia.com, guys. Great articles where we talk about finance and everything there. So really great. I mean, Jedi beard action. Much respect to Alan.
Yeah.
And Erica, you told me there was some stuff you wanted to cover. There's some NFT stuff. Maybe you could go dive into that.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing that I just wanted to lead with is the announcement of Solana Spaces. So the Solana Embassy is coming soon to Wynwood in Miami. The embassy is more than a store, so it sounds like it's going to be bigger than the store that they currently have in, I believe it's New York. It's a lounge and a community center. So the embassy also doubles as the best crypto event venue in the world with a nightclub grade audio system. That sounds pretty kick-ass to me. Like, I think that, okay, first of all, it sounds, the description that they put out, like, that sounds amazing. Second of all, it's in Miami, which everybody knows that Miami is where crypto is.
Enrique knows. She want to make me move. Yeah. She make me move to Miami. Like it's this is great. I saw this. It just put a smile on my face. I'm like, Wynwood, Miami, larger than NYC, of course, because it's Florida. And nightclub grade audio system. I'm like, okay. Hopefully it's not some sketch random bar, but it's like a proper
it doesn't sound like
setup.
Like pool tables with rings, like beer rings on them.
Go in there and come out deaf, and it's gonna be like, I think these guys have the budget, and this is exciting to see. I mean, I did go to NFT week in Wynwood, Miami. Definitely cool culture, really cool people there, high energy. So it makes sense for them to do this in Miami. That's got me excited, and I wasn't really excited about the Solana stuff, but hey.
Yeah, the thing about it is, like, you can say whatever you want about Solana, but they're doing things that other people or other platforms are not doing. So
facts.
They're, and they have that unique aspect to them, and so it is a good way to onboard people, and hopefully
100%.
We don't hear, bad things about them in the future.
Hopefully the network stays active, stays on.
No plates crashing.
And like you said, like among all the hate, I'm not a developer. We know that these projects are maturing and changing. And like you said, they're resonating with people at on the floor, just like, oh, Miami, we have a actual place that you can visit rather than some obscure place on Reddit, some weird subreddit or this or that. Actually getting on the ground, I think that's really admirable.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of Solana, segueing into Phantom. Phantom is a very popular wallet for the Solana network, which you guys
Phantom the Opera? Which Phantom is this?
It's Phantom Wallet. Just Phantom.
Yeah, I know. I'm just messing.
Okay.
It was crazy when I read this. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull it up for you, but yeah, please go ahead. The Phantom stuff's amazing.
Absolutely. So basically what Phantom is doing now, which I really hope that OpenSea does too, is they announced an NFT burning mechanism. So basically you can remove all of the crap that people send you, and you can basically clean up your collectibles tab. But the cool thing about it, and the incentive to do this, is that you get a little bit of Solana back. And so it's kind of like win-win. Like, you get the shit out of your wallet that might be malicious, so you don't need it, and you get a little bounce back. So I think that is 2 thumbs up. That's great.
So good. So good. Like, I always wondered about that on and off about NFTs. I'm like, well, what if someone airdrops me 100 trash? Like, And this is its own concern
Bottle it
too.
up.
What if people send people like bad,
Mhm.
vulgar, like breaking the law or something in their NFT, right? We saw the kind
Mhm.
of we kind of saw the mischief happening after the retaliation with Tornado Cash. So
Mhm.
this like people sending people amounts on Tornado Cash who had nothing to do with it. This is a breath of fresh air on the NFT space, not only for just optimizing your wallet, cleaning up the collection, but then incentivizing it with that
Mhm.
reward. So I
Yeah.
wonder how it's gonna work. Like how much Solana you get back. It's probably just it's I don't think it's
It's a
gonna be a
little
lot,
bit.
but
It's a
yeah,
little bit.
it's still good.
I think it's
Like I'll
probably like
take
enough
that.
to cover your gas fees. If I remember correctly, I saw somebody post some
Mm.
screenshot and it was like 0.002 or 0.0002. So it is a minuscule amount, but hey, it's something.
I mean,
So
I would take that. I'll take that over nothing. That's for sure.
yeah,
And it
absolutely.
really incentivizes it. Like it's just like
Mhm.
more utility on the network, more action on the network, more reasons to use it.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. And then going into NFTs, the top three right now on Magic Eden in the past 24 hours are
Mm.
Sentries. We have Kets on Crack and D Gods. And then on OpenSea, the top collections in the past 24 hours. Bored Ape Yacht Club is back at the top. And then second, we have
Who would have
OSRS
thought?
Punks. Yep. And then third, we have Other Deed for Other Side. So Bored Ape Yacht Club, bringing it back to the top. So, but yeah, I'm not
They've
surprised
basically
by
permanently
that.
engraved themselves in that
Yeah.
top like rank. They're just chilling there at that point. They
Yeah.
might as well open up a Solana space in the top three of like open sea. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
That's insane.
absolutely.
It's they all the power to them.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
let's let's jump into the FTX news. So I'm gonna grab this right here. So we'll talk about some good pieces before wrapping up with some kind of spicy negative news pieces. FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried is paying the most attention to crypto derivatives, the biggest ask of its customers. So they got
Mhm.
that top of mind. Um, I think it's good to be listening to the customers. I think it's if it's that was the biggest ask alone, and they're doing that, I
Mhm.
think that's good.
Yeah.
Um, it kind of reminded me of this picture. Actually, kind of reminded me of Edward Scissorhands. What's that film called?
Yeah.
Johnny Depp. Is he Johnny Depp's like lost cousin or something, or
Yeah. I'll cut his
what's
hair.
going on there? Yeah,
I
yeah. I
don't
feel
know.
like there could be maybe some doppelganger action. And I know we spoke about FTX. Like again, this is another win I think regarding FTX. So let's continue the positive. Uh, MTV VMAs to award best metaverse music performance. So
That's cool.
that's good. I
I like
mean,
that. And some of the metaverses that are kind of in the running that some of these creators were on: Fortnite,
mhm.
Pickup Group Mobile, Minecraft, Roblox Wave, and then Roblox again. So yeah,
Yep.
exciting to see. I'm sure that we're going to see more of that.
It's just good because like we know that tons of mainstream people are watching this. So
Hmm.
just to have those words put in there is just keeping that in the scope of awareness and kind of just lingering around, have cascading effects. So I think that's great. The
Yeah,
next piece we're going to talk about, of course, I'm a little bit of a, I'll admit it, full disclosure, I'm a little bit of a CZ fanboy.
it's okay.
I'm definitely
I am
like,
too.
I'm
And we're
definitely
all,
up there. And I think with good reason, like just tons of great news, tons of
mhm.
transparency. Binance US has received its money transmitter license from the state of Nevada. The exchange is now operating in 46 states.
Hell yeah, let's
That's
go.
great.
Ooh, when
Let's
I was
go.
at
Like,
Consensus, I went to the Binance booth and I was like, hello,
mhm.
Binance. And I was like, when are you going to be in all 50 states? Because in Texas, we still don't have access to Binance.us.
uh,
And he was
oh
like,
wow, okay.
yeah. And
So
he
and
was
you
like,
can't do
oh,
Binance.com?
no.
You because you have to, right? As an American? Okay, okay.
Yep, yep. So I can't do that in Texas. When I got back into crypto, I'm not going to go in there, but okay. So, um, yeah. So anyway, what they said is that they are working and they plan to have all 50 states at the end of the year. So this is great. It sounds like they're on track. If we have finance in Texas by Christmas, I would be so happy. That'd be great.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll one up that because in Ontario, Canada, this province prohibits us from using Binance.com. That's where we would go. But I mean, there's some alternatives, but that's definitely like my favorite centralized exchange. That's where I started using it. That was like the big exchange that I used in the early days,
Mm-hmm.
and just the
Same.
amount of available options that you have, all the multi-chain stuff, all the stuff for deposits and withdrawals, just in terms of service, it just is top. It's just top notch.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the not so great news.
Okay.
I know it's a little, yeah, market's red. Like Alex, why you gotta talk about the bad news? But hey, at the end of the day, it's all about in fact, negative news. People love negative news. It's stuff that actually trends a lot.
Yeah.
Especially if it's comical, the whole Dokwan situation and whatnot. Russian citizen Denis Dubnikov is suspected of laundering ransomware payments in cryptocurrency and has been extradited to the US by the Netherlands. So it didn't happen in Russia. I know a lot of people are like, why would he be
Mm-hmm.
extradited? It happened in the Netherlands. So what do you think about that?
I'm glad they caught him. I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean, I hate ransomware. I'm not a fan
yeah.
of ransomware, and I've seen how
Yeah.
many people have suffered from file encryption and all that
Mm-hmm.
jazz. So
Absolutely.
I
Yep.
think this is good. I think
Yeah.
this is good.
Absolutely.
Now, like, does that mean cryptocurrency is bad? Yeah, I'm sure many articles are going to be like, yeah, crypto bad, used by money launderer, but crypto's just the tool at the end of the day. He could have laundered in shovels, fiat, whatever. I
Yeah.
don't know at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Let's continue this HUSD. I never even knew about this. No, it's not Halo USD. No, it's not. It's an actual thing. Okay, HUSD. Huobi. How do you pronounce that, Erica? Like
Huobi. I don't know.
Huo.
Huobi.
Have I been
Huobi.
saying it wrong?
Which
Huobi.
global?
Huobi.
Yeah.
Huobi. Okay, I'll just call it global.
Yeah.
Global claims the HUSD DPEG was a liquidity crisis caused by Stable Universal HUSD issuer shutting down several market makers' accounts. Now,
Mhm.
I was watching this and it dropped down to I think it was like 84 cents.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
made a tweet prior to it kind of jumped up to 85 cents. Matter of
Hmm.
fact, I'm going to pull it up. Um, what do you think about all these depegging like going on?
Makes me a little leery, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I stick with what I know, or not what I know, but I stick with one that I trust as much as you can trust a stable coin. So I'm
Yeah.
definitely very leery about exchanges and their pegs and everything like that lately. I just don't want to get burned. Who does? Be careful.
At the end of the day, it's a risk. Like you said, it
Mhm.
perfectly. I really can't add to that too much. We can see here the 7-day chart that it kind of bottomed out around 84.83 and then just whoop, looks like we're back in business.
At least it went back up. I mean,
Yeah, like exactly. It's like thank the Lord,
kind of
like this
scary.
went back up because so far, you know, it's crazy that like quote unquote stable coins are becoming shit coins
Right.
depending on the circumstance.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
people are going back in, pumping it again on multiple chains. I was tempted to do that at one point. I was like, am I gonna buy UST on Binance Smart Chain and pump it up like like see a little 2x, 3x, 10x like, but no, that's
Yeah.
super risky plays
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and it's gonna end
Super
bad.
risky. Yeah.
Like you said, it's like a bet at the end of the day. We don't know what's gonna happen to which stable coin.
Hmm.
It feels like every week we hear something controversial about Tether or USD coin or something else. I know there was a lot of like drama going on with even what's his name? I think his name's Justin, like the Tron
Justin's son. Yeah.
stuff going on. Yeah,
Hmm.
but it is what it is. Take your risk, and it's Mario Party at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's Mario Party. Just hope you don't land on Bowser. But these days, there's a lot of Bowser spaces.
That's true. That's true. Good
There's a
analogy.
lot. Speaking of Bowser spaces, the FDIC issues cease and desist letters to FTX official, the good exchange we've been liking, and 4 other crypto firms. The national agency claims FTX US is making misleading statements.
Yep. Yeah,
I
I
just
mean, Voyager was doing the same thing and they got the cease and desist. Not that I think what happened to Voyager is going to happen to FTX. So I wouldn't say that, but it's, I mean, you can't mislead people. Like, there's already enough bad actors out there. Like, we rely on these exchanges to give us accurate information. And when they post something misleading like that, like, I'm glad that the FDIC stepped in and is making it right. So I would say that's a good
yeah,
move on them.
I agree. Hopefully, like there's substance to it, and they're not just like
Mm-hmm.
spinning the wheel, the roulette wheel, and being like, "Who does it land on? Okay, let's go after him."
Right.
Because some of the moves by the government has been questionable.
Mm-hmm.
But like I agree with you. I would say that, the misleading statements need to stop. Like I just think
Mm-hmm.
about this reminds me of the projects that were like, yeah, we work with so and so, but they didn't. Like
Yeah.
maybe at best they sent them a DM or something. It's like
Right.
how far are you gonna extend? How are you gonna like perpetuate like, oh, you saw Vitalik, so he loves your project. No, he doesn't love your project. He didn't speak to you. Like,
Right. Right. Or so and so has
like
our NFT in their wallet, but it's like, dude, you sent
yeah.
it to him. He doesn't have a choice. Like,
Yeah, and
okay.
people know the power of the halo effect in
Mm-hmm.
the halo effect of like, well, if my brand is associated to like Visa or this or that, I'm more legitimized. So
Right.
in a sense, if what this is alluding to is like maybe misleading statements about like brand associations or something
Mm-hmm.
like that, I mean, we did see something recently with Helium Network, I believe. Helium Network was misleading like who they were associated to,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I would say that definitely advocating for just better integrity. Like, just say what you are.
Yeah.
Don't like, put 100 things in between there and bend and twist who you're associated to, who your friends are, who
Yeah.
supports you. The last piece is regarding CZ. So let's pull that up. And I think it was really interesting because it shows kind of his perspective and what
Mm-hmm.
happens when people are fudding online and making these news pieces. And let's pull that up right now. So to get some context here. Right, here we go. So 3 years ago, the block ran an article saying the Binance office was quote unquote raided by the police. The article was copied by other sites and spread very quickly on social media. That's a problem in itself too, right? You
Mm-hmm.
see one article, everyone wants to be first to market, so they copy, but
Yeah.
it's disingenuous. So a lot of clicks, spread very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
BNB dropped at that time from $24 to $18 that day, erasing 400 million or so in market cap. And
Mm-hmm.
so just think that's crazy. Half a bill
Yeah.
just gone in a
Yeah.
day because some seems like I'm in the wrong industry here, Erica. It seems like I shouldn't even be it seems like if you want influence, you just write a fake news piece and everyone else jumps on board.
Yeah.
And then you start buying the dip.
Oh God. Yeah. We don't
Not
want
that
to
I'm
start
gonna
doing
do
that.
that. It's just this is just entertaining idea, but
Oh man.
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I could say a few names, but I won't. So I'll be nice
And
today.
to finish on this, he further says 3 days later the block changed the title from raided by police to visit by authorities.
Right. Yeah, there's a
So
big difference there.
what
Big
what
difference.
repercussions do they get? Like we got the government going after FTX. We got
Yeah.
Ripple 2 years playing musical chairs with the
Mm-hmm.
government, and yet like these journalists or reporters just plunge a project by 500 million and they go unscathed. That's a little concerning, and I
Yeah.
think people should really consider, you know, what they're reading. This goes for anyone, like in anything that like what you see on Twitter, whatever it is, or any other piece, just like take it with
Mm-hmm.
a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Don't just jump the bandwagon
Yeah.
and just assume that it's true. And that those are one of our staples here at G Media. We want to be the people's news. We want to have integrity. We want to put our
Mm-hmm.
sources. We want to cite. We want to invigorate this community with like quality and not just quantity.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yep. 100%.
That's cool.
Um,
So, any other last thoughts? I was gonna share this cool app that I discovered. not to shill it, but I think some people might enjoy using it, and it's free.
Yeah, yeah. I do have one more thing, but we'll let you go ahead and do that first if you want.
Yeah, my brother showed me some app called like Sweat Coin.
Mm,
So I don't know if it's, hopefully it's on some scam. Apparently it's on the Near Protocol network.
okay.
You download it for free, and it's just a walk to earn. But none of that buy a shoe, none of that get an invite code, and the usability of it is superb. It's a very pleasant, positive generating,
Hmm.
uh, really generates positive emotions, and it's like so easy to use. So
Oh,
I've
that's
been
awesome.
experimenting with it, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. Yeah, because I was gonna say like step in, but you have to get a code, and it's like it's impossible to get unless
Yeah,
you know someone. I've been trying to get on it for a while. I kind of gave up to be honest with you, but yeah, I'll have to check that one out because I
that's the thing. Like I'm a runner, but I don't enjoy that app step, and I tried to, but then I was like, oh great, invite code, and
yeah.
I like to just be able to jump in, and that's what I liked about this app personally.
Yeah, definitely. The last thing that I just wanted to end on is that I thought this was really good. I think it's going to be very positive for the space. And Punk6529, that's his handle at Punk6529. He released a thread today. So he has been working behind the scenes, basically getting a lot of people who are, very trusted in the space and have been around for a while. So we've got like Beeple, Drifter Shoots, Art on Blockchain, founder of Yuga Labs, founder of Nouns, Kevin Rose. I mean, if you read this thread, it goes on and on and on. But basically, what they're doing is they are compiling a course. And so these will all be instructors for that course. And this is something that you can actually join in for free, which is amazing. So if you read his thread, there is a link where you can actually go mint an NFT. So the course will be tokenized, or not tokenized, but it'll be token gated. There we go. It'll be token gated. And that basically means that in order to get into the course, you need to have the NFT. So it's gated, right? So yeah, you have about 45 days to get it. Last time I checked, I think there was like 2,500 or so people who have claimed it. And so I just think that as far as like educating the space from, really great sources, I think that'll be positive. If you're interested in it, just check it out.
Yeah, that's cool. Like I think the education is really, we can do a lot better job, I think, as a whole, everyone, with this, because it's way too early.
Hmm.
Yeah, we have such a better job in terms of like awareness, and I think what Solana's doing and all the other projects getting on the ground, I think that's going to do a great job to
Yeah.
getting it to like the Gen Z, the boomers, and all that. And shout out to that. I think people should definitely check out and seize the opportunity when you have knowledge like that.
Hmm.
Knowledge is power at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So 100%.
Always be learning.
Sweet.
Love it. Be a sponge.
Always be learning. A wise man once said, I know nothing.
There you go.
We're all students, you know?
Yes.
We're all students at the end of the day, and get stuff done, guys. Discipline is much more powerful than motivation, and know
Mhm.
that perfect is the enemy of done. So if you're doing something and it's, it doesn't have to be exactly mathematical, just do it, finish it, and that's a wrap, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight on the Late Night News. Erica and myself, Alexander, and we'll see you on the next episode of Late Night News. Again, it's weeknights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Goes to YouTube. You guys can check it out. Twitter, LinkedIn also. And what's coming up? Again, the Blockchain Futurist Conference interviews. You'll see a couple of those go out each day. And make sure you guys tune in for the Monday Twitter Space with David, the breakdown, and of course Sunday. Every Sunday we have a fresh clip coming from us with Akil and just a great guest, great AMA. So lots of stuff, guys. Basically, pretty much every day.
Yeah.
Just stay connected on our
We're
socials.
busy.
Gokhshtein Media, the giveaways. We're giving away ApeCoin, $500. So there's just too much. I'd be here for like 2 hours, 2 hours late there, if I
Yeah.
would be telling you like, get this and get that, another one, another one. So guys, enjoy your weekend, and
Mhm.
we'll see you in the next whatever, and have an amazing day. Take
Yeah.
care.
Have a great weekend. Bye.
Oh, wrong clip. That's the power of live.